So I just want to address the COVID situation that we are working through. My hat goes off to everybody just for being as organized as we are and being able to make everything work the way we did. And listen, we knew things were going to happen. That's all part of this. It's happening around the league, and everybody's taking into consideration the protocols and following those, and they're working, and so we're we're in the middle of that. We were able to resume today and practice and go about our business. Guys stepped up to fill in for Rick. His people did a nice job with the team and working with them. So again, anticipated this. As far as Chris goes, Chris was back at practice today. That's part of the protocol. They evaluate and they communicate most of all with him and find out with his tracer where he's been, what's been going on. So he was good to go for today. He did practice today. So I'm going to leave it at that and kind of get back on to Carolina. Well, listen, we look forward to the challenge of playing them. And they're a good football team. They're well coached and they play hard. And so we've got to make sure that we take care of business on our end and make sure we're doing the right things. But I think the guys have had a good week of practice here and look forward to that challenge of playing this Carolina football team. So with that, time's yours.
Go first to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Andy, understand what you said about COVID there, but just curious about Chris's situation. If you could explain a little bit about how he came to be pulled from practice yesterday and why so quickly he's back and on track to play, apparently. And Brad will have one quick follow-up.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into all that. But it all worked out, and they interview him and talk to him to find out whatever information that they need, and they go from there. But I'm not going to get into the details of it. I mean, that's not what we do. So, but he was back, and we did follow the protocol. I think that's probably the most important thing in the league. It was okayed by the league. So.
Okay. The other thing is just making sure that he's on track to play on Sunday, as well as Sammy Watkins and Frank Clark.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on Sammy and Frank. Chris is good to go. We just see how those two do, how they work out after, after this practice. Just see how they're feeling, and we'll go forward from there. But we'll get you all that information, the DX and all that down the road here.
Go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach, you didn't go over a list of who did not practice today. Mitchell Schwartz, did he practice today? Or
no, Mitch didn't practice today. The rest of the guys practiced, so it was Mitch that didn't go.
Go next to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach, I asked EB this, but I want to ask you this as well. Is there kind of something different? Obviously, you've coached football for a very long time. Is there something different that you're doing this year, telling the guys, hey, we could lose a day on the field at any time and have to go virtual, whether it's in the meetings, whether it's in the film room, something like that?
Yeah, well, that's real. I mean, these guys are so well educated on it. We coach them up a couple, 3 times a week. It's always on their mind. I mean, they have to put a mask on, right, every day in the facility, and they have the masks on their their helmets and that. So it's there's all kinds of reminders. It's hard though. I mean, that's a hard thing, but they've done a nice job with it. My hat goes off to the guys on trying to do the right things, the best they can. Yeah.
We've got one more hand up. We'll go last to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, during the preseason, we got a chance to talk to Rick, and he talked about the COVID protocols and said that testing was not going to prevent an outbreak, but it would test whether the protocols were working. With having a positive test in the organization, does that make you questioning the protocols or feel like that you need to remind everyone that the protocols need to be enforced and following the NFL's intensive protocols?
Yeah, listen, I think things just happen, Matt. I don't. The guys are very aware of everything that's going on, and that we talk about it often. So I don't think that's that's the issue there. So, but I've been pleasantly surprised by how well the guys have done. So, they've been very diligent with things, and very easily you could blow things off. That's not the approach they take. Do things happen? Absolutely. Things happen, just like to you or anybody else. I mean, we're trying to be as safe as we possibly can.